And let's try and analyze the ruling dispensation BJP's manifesto and the promises, the poll promises rather, that are on annual. And we're very glad to have with us on this show Prafulla Ketkar. He's editor, Organiser, and joining us tonight. Thank you very much, Mr. Ketkar. Thank you so much for joining us. Namaste. Your thoughts to begin with, the overall messaging and very inclusive, but what do you think is the larger message?
See, Sakal, I think, this releasing of this manifesto on 14th of April, that is Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, who is was the drafting committee chairman of Indian Constitution. That itself is a very important message. And under that, this 30 guarantees that, this vision document of the BJP gives, basically focuses on the theme, two themes. One is, of course, the Modi's guarantee. It speaks about the last 10 years, the achievements and the delivery on the ground by this government. But at the same time, for the next 5 years, this vision document speaks about what kind of India they want to build for 2047. And the theme of Gyan, that is Garib, poor, Yuva, youth, Annadata, that is farmers, and Nari, that is women. Around these four important categories, these various, promises that are made by the party, and the manifesto prepared by under the chairmanship of Defence Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh, that has clearly articulated the rationale. It is a kind of logical extension of what Prime Minister Modi and his government has been doing for last 10 years. Remember, Sakal, guarantee has been a catchword in this election,
right?
Because from the opposition side also there is a word guarantee that is being used. But the clear differentiating factor seems to be the rationale and the logic behind giving those promises and guarantees. Here, Modi and Prime Minister Modi and Modi ki guarantee, that seems to be the differentiating factor, because he has gained that kind of credibility where various sections of society at larger level are trusting what he is saying or what he
So
says.
if one has to draw, because at the end of the day, we cannot ignore to see these poll promises or guarantees through a political prism. So Prafullji, if one has to strike a comparison with the opposition's quote-unquote guarantee and Modi guarantee.
See, there are, firstly, we need to understand when it comes to, the track record, Prime Minister Modi can always say that, whatever I had promised in 2014 or 19 already delivered. And there are many pluses for him to, project. On the other hand, the opposition, though while talking about, that the money will be transferred to account, or the social justice will be ensured. The real question is why, or even for legalizing MSP, why wasn't it done earlier when the opposition was in power, especially the UPA, when Ms. Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi was at the helm of affairs? Why couldn't they deliver on the ground? So there is a credibility question rather than the promises. Also, whenever, the manifesto is being presented, the key members who are associated with the opposition manifesto, especially the Congress party, they could not rationalize whatever they have promised. Where are they going to get this money from? Here, on the other hand, what BJP's manifesto is trying to do, on the one hand, it is giving, as far as the poor are concerned, maybe free ration or free health care, but that is already done for last 5 years. But at the same time, for youth, when it comes to the technology, when it comes to the various startup ecosystem, there is a more opportunity, or the schemes for women like Lakpati Didi.
Yes,
These are more wealth creation opportunities rather than just paying money.
So, Lakpati Didi and many welfare schemes, which also form a macro portion of the manifesto. And then you look at India's at the global positioning. Very interesting. Very quick two questions. First, on the international image of India. Interesting to find India prioritizing India as the voice of the global south, A. B, that promise of making India a permanent member of the UNSC. I think opposition haven't really talked about it at all. It's not their priority.
See, when it comes to the foreign policy, defense and strategic thinking, BJP was always strong in its agenda not just in terms of manifesto. We have seen that this from the nuclear test itself, BJP was very clear that we will not bow down, we will have independent foreign policy, and BJP successfully executed that. What Prime Minister Modi has done in last 5 years is from, earlier sloganeering of non-alignment, we have moved to all alignment. We are aligning with everybody, but on our terms, on our interest. And that's why BJP, now government can claim, and that's why this positioning of one, not just that, we are talking about permanent membership. We are talking about being global voice of the South.
Yes.
And we are talking about claiming, being host of Olympic 2036. So that there seems to be a clear-cut picture how, India wants to project itself at the international level. And Prime Minister Modi's influence that we have witnessed, especially during G20 summit, that has clearly given the confidence to the people that this is the government that can deliver on that.
Confidence to the people. And do you think this must be also, as we speak, putting opposition in a very precarious space? They're calling it Jumla manifesto. They may call it whatever they want to. But that the stand government continues to reiterate on uniform civil code, by the way, which something which opposition has time and again politicized, plus one nation, one election promise.
Yes, see, when it, and this has been the old agenda when BJP was formed. Since then, Uniform Civil Code has been the poll promise, and now at least the opposition cannot claim that it is a Jumla simply because in Uttarakhand they have already tried to introduce that. They have tried to test the waters. They have tried to get various opinions from various sections. And it has been the, constitutional guarantee. Article 44 of the Indian Constitution actually promises. And everywhere in the world, wherever there is a democracy, the civil codes and civil rights are equal for all. They are not discriminated on the basis of religion. So there seems to be a very contradictory position when it comes to, we have this discussion about uniform, or rather I would like to call it common civil code, like you have a common criminal code. This has been a promise. Similarly, one nation, one election. Original idea of having election on a regular interval was to be a cycle. Yeah. Now that has been disturbed. Somehow can that be set right? That is the question. And BJP is proposing something. Let's see how they are going to do it constitutionally. The report is already there from the experts.
Yeah, point taken. I'm sorry, I'll have to really wrap it up, Prafulla Ketkar ji, but many thanks for joining us and putting the BJP's manifesto in perspective.